house into something that you want to grow and redo on your own sounds so satisfying to me. Like if I want to rip up the bathroom and make it a weekend project, and every weekend and sometimes at night on the weekdays, I come home and I work on that, that'll be so satisfying because I know it's mine.
Yeah.
Like that's the problem I'm having right now is that I want to change so many things and I can't do it.
There's certain things that are so small, but you're like, I got to ask permission. I got to make a receipt, send the receipt to them. And then this is that thing where we, just like the penalty thing, we go, fuck it. It's not worth the struggle. Yeah. It's not worth my energy.
No.
I don't want to be in constant.
That's why I rent. I rent because I don't want the energy.
Yeah. It's that constant reactionary mode thing. But true. When we have it, we can like, oh shit, it's ours.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to do it.
It's something, it's our project.
Yeah.
It's our baby. I found a really cool house, but it's over in the Brown Editions.
The Browns.
But a really cool spot. And it's a gorgeous little street. Nice neighborhood. But the back patio, they took a picture when it was raining and it looked like it was about to flood. But the way to fix that is very simple. They just need to put a gutter around that little awning thing that they have. And then have it slope down somewhere else. Yeah. Have it collect water diversion. Somewhere. Yeah. But that's all that basically needs to happen.
So there's a little bit of a grading issue in the backyard.
So, but it's not attached to the house. It's attached to the garage. So it's not really harming too much internally, but it could lead to a problem in the garage. So it would just be better to divert it right off the bat.
Water is a big issue with foundations.
Yes.
And basements.
So that's why you...
and just take, you take it and you go...
And actually, in the summer, I would like to collect it because it seems like it collects a lot of water. So you collect it and then water your yard with it. Recycled water.
I don't know if it's true or not. I know in California, someone said that it was illegal to actually...
collect your own water?
Collect rainwater.
I don't think so. I think you have to sign up for a permit. Like it's like as any addition to your house that you'll be using as far as non-potable water.
Right.
Like there's that law of if you make this water your own, do not consume it. So there's the issue there with the hygiene, and then you need a black flow system. It's like a whole thing. So it makes sense. But it only makes sense because I worked for a water company. Right.
I get people's concern, but this is where I go, all right, big brother, stop breathing down my neck. I'm an American.
Some people are like taking their shower water and like taking that and pouring it into their rainwater. And that causes a big issue with backflow.
It's called white water and all that. Yeah. But I mean, if
you're just to get everything graded properly.
You should be allowed to just have your gutters divert water into barrels that you can water your garden with.
Oh, yeah. I think that's fine. And you can. We've had multiple friends in California that have that.
Right. Someone told me it was illegal.
No, who told you that?
It was someone.
Some piece of shit loser told you that.
Oh, my God, Amanda.
Not you know what? I don't even give a fuck. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel, and I'm standing strong. And even if I'm wrong, I don't give a fuck because I'm right. I'm right in my brain, and that's all that matters.
And that's what it's like to be a woman.
No, that's what it's like to be, just me. Hey, can I have some more wine? Mama's thirsty.
Oh, fuck. So wine for the lady?
Yes, please. Chirp, buddy, chirp. Thank you, wine daddy.
Yeah, I fucking hate that. Fucking tangled in these damn cords.
But But no, so I found a lot of cool properties with awesome finished basements. Like, my excitement to buy a house is unreal. Like, the house that's up on Grace, I would love to buy it because we would live here for at least 2 months before we bought it, rip out all of that carpet because it looks a little used.
Yep. A lot of murders on that carpet.
Refinish the floors, do all of that kind of stuff, and then you move in and it's yours. Mm-hmm. It's like this glorious project that you had sitting in front of you this whole time. And they have a weird sailboat wheel in the middle of their staircase.
And that's all it takes for Amanda. She sees a sailboat wheel and she's like, that's mine.
They have an unnecessary amount of built-ins that the guy built in on himself.
I think they're kind of cool.
They are kind of cool, but it's a little...
so much.
It's a little much. Like, it needs to be half the wall, not the whole wall.
If you have 8,000 books...
It's like he built it around his chair. You can see where his chair sat,
yeah,
or the TV.
It's definitely like custom built-ins.
Like, he had all of his military awards on the wall. Just sat there with, like, scalped heads and shit, you know?
Champion naval bowler.
No, it was a ballerina dancer.
Ooh. You know, they have those programs.
You know what? That was fucked up. The new Bethany Home for Boys or whatever. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. That was...
I was reading more stories on it. It's about Mac Ford. He was that one guy that came up with basically a cult. Was
that his name?
Well, Mac Ford is one of the founders of that Baptist church that fucking like pickets gay people's funerals and shit. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So the religion,
West Baptist,
the first guy that started kind of the cult of making these schools or homes.
It was a division of the Wide World Church or the Worldwide
Church.
Yeah.
Worldwide Greater Church. Something like that.
It was in Pasadena.
So basically, one guy made this place, and then it sprung a bunch of these weird homes for boys and girls. And basically, if you didn't really talk to your parents, you were goth, you were gay, you were lesbian,
sinners,
anything that could be possibly named a sinner, is your parents would ship you off to this place. And some people would stay for a month, some people would stay for a week, others would stay for years. And so these boys, though, according to this guy's story, it was on Netflix, that show called Haunted. It's like the 6th episode. He talks about how they were just like put in cages and they were given wet dog food or dry dog food. And they were put in these rooms and they were basically molested and raped and beat. And it's like all these crazy fucking things.
They were doing electroshock therapy with them.
Yeah, like
they were talking like 13-year-old boys.
Yeah, and we're talking the 80s, guys. Not far off from where we are right now. And
yeah, it's crazy. Late 70s.
No, it's like 80. There's people that have been recorded into the school at 89. And then the schools all got...
How did it last that long?
That's what I mean. It's so fucking weird to me that something would last that long.
And people like knowingly would ship their kids to this, essentially to be tortured.
Yeah.
They're
and
like, you're a fairy. You need to get it shaken out of you.
So fucking weird. And then this guy goes into the account of how his mom would basically give him a blowjob or a hand job to try to get him hard because she was a woman and she wanted to make sure he wasn't gay. Even if you weren't gay, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, gay or not gay, I don't care. That scenario right there grosses me out to an extent where I just don't understand where religion can take over someone's mind so hard.
Ideas are powerful. And the human mind is so weak.
It drives me mad thinking about all these different things that people probably went through because of religion and because of certain beliefs. And how many people are probably really fucked up from that. And then you have people who say that gay is a choice, that you wanting to love the same sex is a choice.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a choice.
There's a whole spectrum of people who feel differently.
I think if you're bisexual, then you're choosy. Then you're like, hey, I like both. I'm attracted to both. I'm into both. That's your thing. If you're gay and you love lesbian, whatever, you love another woman, you love another man, That's also your fucking business. Why does it matter?
And, well, it's hard for people to grasp because I was fortunate enough to have parents and family who spoke of other people having different needs or whatever, or different sexual preference.
Yeah.
And the way it was explained to me, and some people are like, oh, I didn't like girls until I was 10 or 12. Not me. In preschool, I was checking out girls.
Yeah, you were real pervy.
I was like, boing, right from the get-go. Like, I was good to go as a baby.
I don't think I got boing until like 15. No, like 13. I think I started dry humping my pillow at 13.
I got my first.
That's a real thing, by the way. When they show that in that one show, Big Mouth, that's a real thing. Oh,
yeah. The girls grinding up on stuff.
Yeah, they totally do.
That's the best show.
Even when you're like 3 or 4 and you find something bouncy, like one of those bouncy balls that you sit on.
Yeah, no one talks about this kind of thing, but babies get boners. No one talks about it until you have a kid. We don't have a kid, but
you and JoJo used to say Beaner. What is it? Beaner boner babies.
Beaner baby boner toner. I don't even know where that came from.
I don't either. You guys just started saying it. It made me laugh. But God. No, babies do get boners,
and
I think that's where it came from. We were talking about babies getting boners.
But I remember my first. Anyways, the long story short, I got a boner in preschool, and I was like,
was it for Play-Doh?
No, story time. It's really into it. I remember thinking, as strongly as I feel that I like females, and then having it explained to me that's how other people feel. Like, I remember my teacher said that, my mom said that.
Yeah.
Like, that's how they feel when a boy likes a boy, that's how they like a boy, just like you like girls. And I was like,
yeah.
oh. But because I already had that deep in me, I was getting the boings early. I was like, oh shit, I get it. Like, I don't like that. Girls like boys. So it's the same thing. It's just different.
Yeah.
It's just different. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand it before then, but then I was like, I totally get it now. Once it hits you, but most people don't have that because they have that dogma. They have this this information that they've repeated.
But I guess that's what's so hard for me to understand. Like, I know that our parents probably broke the cycle of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that. Or maybe their parents, like maybe it was multiple generations before our parents that kind of broke the cycle and said, love everyone. It's fine. And then it just followed on through many years. But I just don't understand. Like when someone's like, oh, listen to everyone's thoughts and feelings. Like someone who doesn't understand gays or being pro-choice, like listen to what they have to say. Here's my thing is that if you don't agree with either one of those, I don't fucking care what you have to say. Like whatever you have to say is ignorance and you need to fucking educate yourself.
Yeah. Well,
like,
it's yeah.
You need to broaden your mind, and it's not me being closed mind. It doesn't go both ways is basically what I'm saying. Like, I'm pro guns. I'm pro choice. I'm fucking pro gay marriage. I'm pro whatever letter of the alphabet you want to fucking be. I don't care. Just be who you are and do you. Like, why the fuck does it have to be this weird sensory on one side and then this weird other type of sensory? So you have these people that are afraid of fucking everything, and then you have these people that voice everything, and there has to be a big commotion about it.
Well, it's always one side trying to shut up the other side.
Ugh, it's so exhausting. I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a certain belief and you don't believe in gay marriage, I don't fucking care. I don't want to hear it. Like, if you don't hear me telling you to be a certain way because I believe in something, so why do you have to voice your opinion? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
that is the problem with religions is it gives...
there's just too much of a platform.
Well, when you deal with religion, too, it gives people... They have something that's so powerful because it's the unknown.
Yeah.
and the afterlife. And when they have that on their side, they're not in the wrong. So they feel entitled to say that. That's the problem with religion.
Yeah.
Is, that's how you end up with fucking cults. That's how you end up with women wearing burqas. That's how you... fucking women weren't allowed to vote in America until, like, what, the 20s?
Actually, yeah, I think so.
It's crazy.